What's up, everyone? Today we've got some massive news in the world of electric vehicles. Ford, one of the biggest automakers, has just announced they are shutting down production of their flagship EV pickup, the F150 Lightning. This is a huge deal because the Lightning was supposed to be Ford's big entry into the world of EVs. Just last year, Ford's CEO Jim Farley was talking about how they were going all in on electric vehicles and how the F150 Lightning would lead the way. But now, out of nowhere, Ford has slammed on the brakes, shutting down production lines and laying off hundreds of workers. So what happened? Why has Ford suddenly abandoned their EV plans? Well, it comes down to two things: lack of demand and rising costs. On the demand side, despite all the hype around the Lightning, sales have actually been fairly weak. Ford originally wanted to sell 150,000 Lightnings per year, but so far they've only sold around 20,000. And orders have really slowed down recently. It seems like high prices and rising interest rates have put people off. The average Lightning costs nearly $100,000. That's a ton of money, especially when a regular F150 can be had for under $40K. At the same time, costs to manufacture EVs have gone completely out of whack. Battery materials like lithium and cobalt have skyrocketed in price over the past year as supply struggles to keep up with surging EV demand. These raw materials now make up a huge chunk of overall vehicle production costs. And it's not just batteries. Prices for key components like semiconductor chips have also shot up dramatically. A global chip shortage has severely impacted automakers' ability to obtain enough critical computer chips used extensively in modern vehicles. With supply chains in chaos, automakers like Ford have struggled massively to source essential parts and materials needed for EV manufacturing. This has led to frequent plant shutdowns and production pauses. In terms of labor, wage rates have climbed rapidly as well. Ford recently wrapped up negotiations with the United Auto Workers Union that will increase pay rates for factory workers by nearly 15% over the next few years. No wonder they've suddenly gotten cold feet about this whole electric vehicle thing. On top of that, Ford is also facing pressure from the government to go all in on EVs. President Biden has launched a major push to incentivize EV production and try to make electric cars mainstream. But his tactics seem to be seriously backfiring. Biden is offering a $7,500 tax credit for EV purchases, but he's attached conditions that restrict access to affordable foreign EVs. It's like he wants to eliminate any competition against the struggling US automakers like Ford and GM. At the same time, he's forcing companies like Ford to ramp up EV production through mandates and executive orders. But as we're seeing with the Lightning, the demand just isn't there yet at these high prices. It really seems like Biden's EV policies are disconnected from reality, and they are badly hurting American auto workers and consumers. Ford is bleeding money, workers are facing layoffs, and buyers are getting gouged on prices. The biggest victims of this whole mess are American auto workers and middle-class consumers. Ford's decision to halt Lightning production and lay off hundreds of EV plant employees will directly impact those workers and their families. Many of these factory workers had likely expected to have stable long-term jobs building Ford's electric future. Instead, they are dealing with sudden unemployment. Is this just a temporary setback, or does it expose flaws in the broader EV adoption strategy? Share your thoughts in the comments below.